Thank you guys for taking the time to, talk with us. So I just wanted to start a little bit how I found out about you guys. So when you guys were at Sundance, you had a photo where you all were in a car and just all excited and happy. And Chaz Ebert sent us a DM like, you have to interview these girls. And she just was like, you have to. And I'm like, okay, Chaz asked me to do this. Right. I will do this. And then I started, reading about, I never heard of the Ebert Fellows. Is this the first year or has it been going for?
This is the third.
It's been going on for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so I started reading about what you guys do, and I'll let you explain it more than me because you obviously know more than me about this. What are there was like 5 things that you had to focus on when you were going to see the films. Was it 5 things? I don't know if you could kind of list those.
Sure.
Well, first of all, let's start with your names.
Okay.
We should know who you are.
Tiffany Walden.
Okay. And Tiffany, what is it that what connected you? Or I know you have a website. If you could just talk a little bit about that. Yeah.
For sure. So I'm the co-founder and editor-in-chief of The Tribe. Okay. We started The Tribe about 2 years ago now. And it's a digital media platform where we are reshaping the narrative of Black Chicago through journalism and art.
Yeah.
And so my background, I came from out of the west side of Chicago, born and raised. And I went to Northwestern University. I studied journalism there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good school for journalism.
Yeah. And so from there, I worked in newspaper for a little bit. I worked at the Orlando Sentinel for a couple of years covering crime. And I got tired of doing that. It was it was a little depressing. So I wanted to come back home and tell stories about Black Chicago. This was at the time when the Laquan McDonald dash cam video had come out, and everyone was coming back to Chicago, and you just saw it on national television, the story that they were telling about Black people, and portraying us as savages, and that we don't care about the gun violence and the things that's happening to us. So that was one of the reasons why we started The Tribe. That's why I came back home, was to really show the Chicago that I know, that I grew up in, that I love. So
that is great. I love that. Wow. Yeah, we'll have to talk more about that. But let's move on to.
I'm Whitney Spencer, originally from Louisville, Kentucky. I moved here almost 5 years ago. So I would like to think I'm officially a Chicago.
Yeah.
I know Chicago folks say they say that's not true. So, but yeah, I moved here 3 years ago to work in higher education. I loved working with students, but I missed telling stories, and so I decided to go back to school. So I'm at DePaul right now, studying critical ethnic studies.
Yeah.
My research is really focused around the idea of creating new knowledge, particularly Black and brown people creating knowledge in like community organizations and activist circles. So my life is basically just my thesis right now. I'm doing a thesis project.
That
it's
is
going to be
awesome.
audio-visual, talking to different youth in the city about the ways that they are creating and disseminating new knowledge here in Chicago.
Wow.
So that's what I do.
You make me sound lazy. That's very inspiring. That's what I was trying to say.
No, I'm lazy too. So.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm Niani Scott. I'm a sophomore at the University of Illinois studying journalism. I was a Roger Ebert Fellow at the university, and then that kind of just transpired into becoming a Sundance Roger Ebert Fellow.
Yeah.
My minors are African Studies and Political Science. That's what I would like to focus my journalistic route on, politics, particularly the African continent and the Black diaspora.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Now, if you could talk to me about what Ebert Fellows, what that's about, Sundance, and if you could just talk to me about that.
Yeah, I'll let you start some trade. And then we can just go into
Okay. So the Roger Ebert Fellowship is a fellowship created by the Ebert Foundation, and the main principles of the fellowship are to connect people through compassion, kindness, empathy, forgiveness. So the University of Illinois Ebert Fellowship is basically giving, so the mentor, the lead of it is Michael Phillips, who's a film critic from Chicago Tribune.
Okay,
He's the film critic at the Chicago Tribune. And so he mentors us. He takes us to places like Second City, or we go see previews of shows all the time, and we write reviews on them. And just like the art scene in Chicago, just writing about it, meeting people like Chaz Ebert, and going over house to have dinner and stuff.
That's awesome.
And so it's just exposure to different aspects of art criticism.
Okay, that's great.
And and it's the entire duration of a school year. So
cool.
And then the three of us happened on the Ebert Fellowship in different ways, I think. Mine was, I got a random email in December when I was on winter break.
Okay.
Which was very lucky because I never checked my school email, but I just happened to look at my email and it was from a random name, and it said, congratulations, you've been like nominated for this thing. And I was like, what is this? And the fellowship itself is actually, it talks about, like in the title, mentions film criticism. So I was like, oh, well, they got the wrong person because I'm not a film critic. I've never thought about being a film critic before.
Wow. Okay.
And so, but then, I read down further into the email and they were like, you don't have to be. It could be someone who's interested in film, journalism, whatever. So I was like, okay, I guess, they asked me to submit a couple things, so I submitted some things, but I didn't think anything else of it because we have an entire film program, so I figured it would probably go to someone that's actually from the film program at DePaul. So I just kind of, brushed it off, didn't think anything of it, and then I want to say like the January 1st, like New Year's Day, I was walking around my apartment. I was actually about to take a phone call to work on a project with a local artist here, and this email came through and was like, hi, this is Chaz Ebert, like, congratulations. And I was like, what? Like, I just remember going to my girlfriend, like, screaming, like, Chaz Ebert just sent me an email.
Oh my God.
So mine just felt very happenstance, and I'm very lucky that a professor at DePaul nominated me for it. So that's how I ended up in Utah.
That is so great. And then how did you get connected?
Yeah, so mine was like very last minute. There was another woman who was a part of the program.
Okay.
And I guess something happened and she wasn't able to make it. And so maybe 3 or 4 nights before Sundance, I got a text message from someone, Deborah Douglas actually, who has been a great friend and a great just mentor. She sent the text message like, you want to cover Sundance, and I was like, yeah,
okay, why not?
So she connected me with the folks at the Ebert Fellowship, and then all of a sudden I got an email from Chaz, and I was like, wow, like what is happening? Sundance wasn't even on my mind. I had been to Sundance, I think it was back in 2016 actually. I was there the same year.
Yeah.
But I went kind of trailing a friend who had a project in Sundance, so I was just kind of just there for 2 or 3 days, just like wandering around. So I never imagined going back so quickly and actually having a press pass and covering it.
That is awesome.
So that's how I ended up in the fellowship.
Okay, that's cool. And then was it kind of like you transitioned from your fellowship to the other fellowship?
Basically. I remember a year ago having dinner at Chaz's and just saying like, I would be interested in being a Sundance Ebert Fellow. And she was like,
I can make it happen.
Okay. And then a year later, her asking my mentor, Michael Phillips from the Ebert Fellowship, how's Niani checking in? And he's like, she's great, she's in my class right now, whatever.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, cool. She's going to take her to Sundance.
That is fantastic.
Be there, tell me when I need to at the airport with my bags ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.